The Cleveland Guardians have finalized their agreement with the city to extend the lease at Progressive Field throughout at least 2036. The renovation is expected to last several years, with the goal for construction to begin by the end of this year. In less than a month now, hopefully, fingers crossed, the Guardians face off against the Cincinnati Reds in their first spring training matchup. As we look to the future, we also take stock of the past.
And there is one name in Cleveland history that is deeply connected to both. Leon-Bibb reports.
Say, isn't that the voice of the great comedian and Hollywood film and TV star, Bob Hope? And it's coming from inside that house in Geauga County. Well, there he is. Sure looks like him. That's not Bob Hope, but then again, it is. Meet Bob Hope, the nephew of Bob Hope, the star. The nephew has known the bloodline since he was a kid.
And I just assumed, grade school and growing up, that everybody had an uncle on TV.
Which gets to my story. All this memorabilia in the life of Uncle Bob is in this Russell Township home of Nephew Bob. The nephew has been collecting for decades. Among all the things Bob Hope here, there are many references to the Cleveland Indians. Here's the point. As the Cleveland Indians baseball team has changed its name to the Guardians, fact is, comedian Bob Hope once owned a piece of the team.
Back when Bill Veeck owned them, he purchased for Bill Veeck for PR purposes, gave him some stock.
Not bad for a comedian born in 1903 who grew up around East 105th and Cedar. Before he struck stardom, Bob Hope hawked newspapers in Cleveland. But once he found his comic stride, he hit show business. So much so, sports figures became part of his Pro-Am golf tournament. That's why there is so much sports memorabilia in Nephew's basement. Uncle Bob sang up Cleveland even when he was as big as they come.
When he was doing his shows, he always kept Cleveland in his heart and talked up Cleveland when everybody else was beating it down there for a while in the 70s.
Now please welcome the rest of your Cleveland Indians.
When the Cleveland Indians closed out those years at the old Municipal Stadium in 1993, the team invited Bob back to sing out the old and usher in the new. Comedian Bob brought his theme song with new words to the ballpark. Ah, yes, Nephew Bob and I remember it well.
Since 31, the job you've done, each fan will testify. Yeah, that was his song.
Yeah, we thank you. Yep.
So much.
So in Nephew's home, it was memory lane as we thought about when the comedian and radio, TV, and film star Bob Hope owned a piece of the past, the Cleveland Indians. But there is a present-day connection that will take us into the Cleveland baseball future.
When the Cleveland Guardians take to the baseball field, just as did the Cleveland Indians for generations, a bit of Bob Hope, one-time part owner of the Indians, will also be on the field. But also, there is more to the story than that. Bob's father, Henry, was one of the stonemason sculptors who sculpted the Guardians on the Lorraine Carnegie Hope Memorial Bridge in 1932.
Comedian, Hollywood and TV star, longtime entertainer of U.S. troops, Bob Hope, whose career spanned 80 years, died in 2003. He was 100. In his life, the kid from Cleveland packed a lot of entertainment and accomplishment, and along the way had a piece of Cleveland baseball. For 3 News, this is Leon-Bibb, but I'll let Bob Hope have the last word here.
We thank you.